Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews, hanging outside on the 4th of July. So happy Independence Day, America, of course. Awesome stuff. Just did some yard work. Let's move some wood around for frames later. Did some of this, did some of that. Weed whacked, water the hops. Now time for a beer. I have earned the reward. This one I have already done on the channel, I'm pretty sure, pretty recently. I also did a side-by-side with Trogs. However, something is different. So this is Headhunter, and I just recently did a large can of Headhunter. I got this in a mix pack of Fatheads. I asked for the Headhunter over there at the Iola Beer Depot, and then she said, hey, they make a mix pack, so she ordered 2 mix packs. Let me know, so I get the mix pack. So there is a session, there is a special beer, a specially release, there is a hazy IPA, and then there's Headhunter. West Coast IPA, aggressively hop with West Coast IPA, aggressively hop West Coast IPA. I don't remember seeing aggressively hopped West Coast IPA on the label at all for the larger can that I was buying from her previously. So everything just made me go, wait, what is happening right now? That also makes me believe that it's also brewed by a contract brewer or something on a different location, and maybe not Fatheads themselves, like these cans would be direct from the brewing company. So let's go check this can out and see if there is any variation, because it was very confusing when I saw that label, the label art change. It's a nuanced change, but it's still different, so I want to... And it's still 7.5, so let's get into it. And on this beautiful day. Alright. Put that there. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, first thing I notice immediately, 100% immediately, it's a clear beer. Look how clear that is. It looks like a beautiful Westie. The softest bit of hop haze, but overall a very clear beer. I did a side-by-side. I'm going to post the side-by-side up first, so you'll see that one first. But if you notice in the side-by-side, this beer was definitely hazy. This beer is crystal clear. So already we have a difference. And it does look like a West Coast IPA. And this, if I poured this next to the Trogs Perpetual, I would automatically have no idea which beer I'm drinking right now. They would look almost identical. I didn't know then which beer what I was drinking until the end of the review, where I picked up the nuances and made my choice, and I was correct. But damn, this looks very similar to a Perpetual. So now I'm already like, what the fuck is going on here? Let's get a nose. So grapefruit tangerine, but there's a nice resinous quality, and even a little bit of pine. Little toasted burnt caramel, toasted bread, a little bit of caramel, very soft. This even smells better than the big can. Okay, I'm already in the night and day. I'm almost saying so far. The nose is different. The aroma is different. The look is different. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. Wow. Oh yeah. Well, let's do that again. Way in the back, way in the back, there's a soft little bit of confectionery sugar sweetness. I can taste it. Very far in the back. But the rest of the beer is completely different. It has those layers I was talking about that didn't have in the big can. This got resinous pine notes like you couldn't believe. The other one really didn't have that. There is a little dankness to this beer too. Not overwhelmingly dank. It's not a really mind-blowing West Coast IPA, but it's to style. It's as advertised. Beautiful grapefruit tangerine notes. You do get a little bit of that soft berryness. You do get a little bit of a hint of that caramel. That caramel, again, in the far back end, underneath that resinous, gets a little bit of that confectionery sugar sweetness. I could just taste it. I really don't like it. That's why I could pick it out. Rush Hour, you're actually going to see this one. Yes, it's a different angle. I just wanted to sit in the shade. I could have sat up in the woods, but I was doing yard work, and that's where I'm at right now. In the side yard, because I'm going to do the hop video after this. Hop update for July, baby. This is a very, very good beer. This is way better than the beer that I experienced in the tall can. I hate to say this, and I don't want to poo-poo anything, you know what I mean? But this is why we do the beer reviews. This is why we compare things. This is why we do this. I will never buy, or unless I have to buy, or unless on this. I feel if I can find this Headhunter, I have no reason to buy the big can. However, if I cannot find the Headhunter and I'd like to have one, it's still a nice beer. It's just not this. This is a very, very fine beer. I know it's not that big of a difference, but I would give this one a 9 out of 10 all day long. I really, really enjoy this beer. Now that I've had the other one, now that I've compared it with Trogs, now that I've done a little side-by-side action, really delved into it, I'm knocking the big cans down to like an 8 out of 10. I know it's not a huge, big difference, but this is high quality compared to the other one. Rush Hour times 2. It is a holiday, so nobody's working. Ding dong. But this one is a very, very nice style for a Westie, and I love Westies, and I'm very happy. I was very excited to read it on the can, and there's more in the fucking can. That's awesome. Yay. Nice lacing, beautiful looking beer. 7.5. This one really doesn't have like the information on it either of like what's in it, but they're from Middleburg Heights, Ohio. Fatheads.com. There's also a tasting house. I don't know if there's any brewing going on, but at least a tasting house in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania as well. This was canned on 4/29/4, so pretty damn fresh overall. Not the freshest, but pretty good. 7.5. Matt, Chris, and Glenn. Chill out, man. Have a beer. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a really good tasting beer. A nice example of a Westie. Aggressively hop, I would say no. There is a nice bitter back, but overall I would consider it balanced. I would consider it approachable and as advertised. So, except for the aggressive, sorry, I can't say that. As to style, a West Coast IPA, a really nice style of a West Coast IPA. I've had ones that are a little bit more crisper, cleaner, bitey, punchier, the whole deal. But this is a nice beer. And this is a lot better, and that's the whole point of this fucking conversation, a lot better than the big cans you get at the grocery stores. There's something different, and there's, if it's brewing style or marketing style, or it's only a West Coast in the little cans and it's not a West Coast in the big cans, I don't fucking know. But it wasn't coming off as a Westie at all in the other can. It was definitely with that haze and stuff kind of blanketing a lot of that things. It wasn't giving you this. This is where it's at in these small cans. Just a really good beer. Just a really, really good beer, and I'm glad I got this mix pack so I could see what Headhunter was truly, because this is my first Headhunter, really. So it's nice to see the actual beer and actually what it's supposed to taste like. So 3 in a row. This is probably the most vehicles that's ever driven by in a beer review. And it's not. This is an off-road vehicle. Oh yeah, we have them here. What is it? Oh, it's a big old truck. Oh, it's a log truck. We had some pretty big side-by-sides rolling through here. But that's a log truck, because we unfortunately have logging here, which is ugly to see, but I guess it's necessary. You know, it is what it is. However, we all know not to drive behind them, right? We've all watched that movie. We all know not to drive behind them. Anyway, it's going long in the tooth, blah, 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 blah. I would say, you know, if you have to buy the big can, if you really want a Headhunter and you can't find it anywhere else in the small ones, buy the big can. But I think you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. If you can get the small cans, you're going to enjoy that beer a lot more. If you don't like the Westie side of Headhunter, and you like a little bit more of a hazy bomb, so it's not so abrasive in your face, get the big can. I mean, don't just not buy them. You know, you're just gonna get a different experience. So that being said, this is Paul for PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye bye. Watch that finger. Here it comes.